This is Soy,
And this is Dyra.
and you're listening to Hair and Whatever.
Unfiltered salon talk. Hey, y'all. You're listening to Hair and Whatever, and this is Soy.
What's up?
And I am Dyra, and we have a special guest on the show.
Hey, y'all.
Ebony, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I am the one and only Eboni Elektra. And
Hey, girl, hey.
hey, girl, hey. I consider myself an AT alien. Yes, I was born in New York, but
Are you right?
yes,
so
I was
are
born
we.
in New York, raised here. I am what people have a tendency to call me. This is the female mayor of Atlanta until Keisha, of course, became the mayor.
Right.
You know, oh, she's a legend, an ATL legend. Oh my gosh, she's so instrumental in the music industry move in Atlanta. Just a whole bunch of things. And for those of you who don't know, now you will know.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay. All right,
right.
so what we talking about, Soy?
So today we're talking about, what are we talking about?
So what
We're talking
Soy never knows who we're talking about.
Girl, don't tell me you were born September 1st like me, because I never, girl.
I'm a Capricorn.
Girl.
Okay, so look, we are talking about my favorite topic, weaves. So hair weaved up and damage free. And we're going to talk about finding your purpose with Ebony.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. So, yeah,
Yeah, but first, let's give our crown of the week to
looking gorgeous.
Kerry Washington.
Yeah, she looks so pretty. She's on the
She
cover of
does.
Harper's.
Yeah.
She look great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I love the
yeah.
little hair jewels.
Right. Her nails.
Her nails,
Yes.
her
Yes.
She
makeup.
was featured on Harper's
Harper's,
Bazaar's magazine. Yeah.
So she looks fabulous. So you guys check her out on that. And it's on Harper's.
Black don't
page.
crack.
Look at good
That's
old
right.
Kerry.
Okay.
Good old Kerry.
Yes. All right, so let's get into
Yes, hair
Weaved
weaved up.
and damage free.
That's right.
Don't forget to add the damage free.
That's right.
So obviously, we all know that Soy loves weaves. You hear her enthusiasm about it.
Weavable and unbelievable.
Clip-ins, curly clip-ins, weaves, everything.
Yep.
So tell us about your
Your weave
My love,
adventure.
right,
Your
my
love
love.
for weaves.
your love.
Listen, I like to change it up. I feel like, like weaves are great for that. I feel like you can get like a whole nother look
True,
with
you
like a
can.
different head, a hair,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So I love to wear clip-ins. I like to wear sew-ins. I like to wear, I don't wear wigs, but like
Yeah.
I love it. I like to wear, braids sometimes. I wore in crochets. I just love adding hair because I feel like, it gives me like a different look. And
Absolutely.
every
it does.
time.
every time. And
Without
then-
damaging your hair.
yeah, and of course without damaging my hair. And then sometimes I just over myself, like looking a certain way. So I'm like, you know what?
And
Okay.
as a stylist, I feel like you want to change it up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
like,
do.
Switch it up, son.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just like Dyra's, have y'all noticed? Dyra's switch up today, right?
Are you serious? This
She
is
don't
new?
Yeah, I never wear
She has usually big
fro, curly fro.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
And today you got faux locks?
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the most appropriate topic for
Right?
today.
I know.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Do you wear?
Girl, I don't even want to tell you my story about weave. 'Cause we're talking about protecting your hair and keeping your hair safe and being able to take the weave out and wear braids. And
You don't?
so let me just say this. I was a weave fiend. Same reasons. I was like, oh my God, I want to look the way I want to look on the day that I want to look like this. Meanwhile, my hairdresser was steady braiding that hair up so tight.
Really?
And I wasn't thinking twice about it because I felt like I don't care because when it's done, it's going to look good. However, after, how something is gradual, then
Yeah.
you're like,
Like what happened?
girl,
What do you?
this is like the weakest part
Yeah.
of your crown is
Crown,
your edge, your
your
temples.
edges.
Baby, hunty. First it started, they were right here.
Really?
Then it went here.
Oh no.
Then it went here. Then it, child.
So it was. Is it still like that?
No. It's growing back. And,
Okay.
it's a me thing. It is really, it's a me thing because the follicles are not closed all the way up because it wasn't damaged
good.
like that.
Like tension alopecia.
But but because I don't regularly
Yeah.
And I mean regularly. Since I knew, and I did it before. I brought it back to total health where I was able
Right.
to wear braids to the back. I mean, like literally.
And how did you bring it back to total health?
All natural.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm an
Just-
all natural person. So
Yeah.
I was putting I use aloe vera on my skin morning and night. And I saw what it was doing for my skin, and I kept reading up on it, and they were talking about the benefits that it has for hair, also for hair growth. So I started putting it, cutting it, open it up, put the
Okay,
little
from the
refresh
whole
gel. Yeah, oh
leaf.
yeah, girl. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
That's long.
And so I put the whole, the real gel on my hair. I was doing that, and then I was using it was a by Dr. Miracles. It's one of those. But I know it smelled like nothing but herbs, and I knew
Oh,
if it was
really?
natural, then
Smelled
it
like
was
a
for
bush.
me. It smelled like a bush, girl. So I was using that in addition to the girl.
You should use Royal Hair Goddess.
Plug.
We're gonna get to
Yeah,
that.
her
I
oil is
have
amazing though.
an amazing oil. Amazing. And
It's
it
nutrients.
smells like the earth.
It does.
Yeah.
Smells
And I'm not
like
saying it because
bush.
it's mine, but
So no. Listen.
I have some in the car, so I'll give you one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I did that. It came back. I was on the braids to the back, no problem. And then my dad fell ill, and I had to travel back and forth to Phoenix, And I was like, okay. I opted for a ponytail with a bun, and I had like a little swoop bang, whatever. Girl, let me tell you something. I went back to the old school, and I had the nerve to be put in jail and turn it up. 'Cause
No.
girlfriend, that stuff came back out like, I promise you, it felt like 24 hours, even though it wasn't.
wow.
Right.
It felt like 24 hours.
But you was letting your hair rest, and you were like, like that was your hair. That
Oh
you
yeah, that
had
was
it-
my it was
Okay.
my hair.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I wasn't taking care of it. I'm so big on taking care of whatever it is, whether it's a part of your body, whether it's your hair. And I can't believe that I really fell off track like that because literally now, and it's kind of like now it's in the comeback stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's in the comeback stage. I'm doing
Well,
what
that's
I'm-
good.
Yeah,
though.
and that's a good thing because, like I said, the follicles haven't completely closed.
Close, yeah.
So I know that it
Or
will, and I've done it
damaged.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because I do desire, like now I'm a wig person. I want to be curly on a Monday. I want to wear a short bob on a Tuesday. On so and so, I want to be bone
I
straight.
think that's the best way. Like if you're trying to grow your hair back,
because you take that thing off as soon as you walk through the door.
exactly, and you can oil
let
your
your hair breathe.
scalp
Oil your
and
scalp.
let your hair
Absolutely.
breathe.
and let your
that's what
hair
I'm doing.
breathe and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it's not like it's not tension. Like
No.
you don't have to braid your hair super tight in order to put the wigs
You
in.
don't.
Yeah. So.
And I feel like you don't even
goodness.
have to braid your hair tight for the sew-ins. It's just it could be secure, but it doesn't have to be
It's
like
just the
super.
hand of your
Yeah.
hairdresser.
Yeah.
It's your
Yeah.
hairdresser's hand. This particular hairdresser for years, and she has a hand like that.
Where it's just like every bit braid is just pulling.
When I switched,
Yeah.
I can't feel a thing, and I'm tenderheaded, and I can't feel a thing, but it is equally as
It's secure.
secure. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's
so-
what we preach, like it could be secure without pulling and being super, super tight where you gotta take
I know
was
the first
literally-
day. The first day can be a little tight just because of the not
The-
even
the
the first
thread.
No.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how
like the
bad
thread
it was.
that's
Yeah.
pulling. Yeah,
Right.
I get that, but not like the braids like pulling where it's
Right.
like,
Like you
about
see
to
the
be-
bumps and stuff.
Or
like
you
that.
yeah, you turn
You
it
see
into
the bumps, and your eyes look like this.
right, right.
So let
Look
me tell you what I
Asian.
had to
You
do.
know what I'm saying?
I had to resort to actually taking Tylenol, maybe like
see.
an hour before I would go. So, we start the process, blah, blah, blah. By the time she's finished, I have to take another Tylenol.
Oh wow.
This is no joke. I would always take 3. And before I go to bed at night, I mean, it hurts to even put your head on the pillow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like that
see.
type of thing. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
But, I'm past that now.
Yeah,
That is
lesson learned, and that's what
definitely-
we talking about, like the
Ah.
things that you should do, like
Lesson learned.
Right. Like finding a specialist, like somebody, a professional that knows
And
what
I
they're
didn't
talking
know at the
about.
time. And you become
lot of
really
people-
close with your
people don't.
hairdresser.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Us women, like especially of color, the education was never there.
Okay, absolutely.
It was never there. It
Absolutely.
was it was
kinda
always
winged it.
catered to straight hair, and getting relaxers. That's the only education that was there.
yeah.
Now that it is here, we should take full advantage, and things have progressed like drastically. Where
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time. Big time. And that's a good thing.
And we have our 4 sisters that have took the L for we like from
Yeah.
like
Took the L.
L for the damaged hair, and we learned from that.
Yes.
Some of us have.
Yeah.
And, now we're doing things better,
Right.
I'm gonna actually share that. I'm gonna tell that story because then I know there's so many other people out here who just have no clue. You should not
Yeah.
leave the hairdresser and your head is on fire.
No, you
Yeah.
definitely
You
should
know,
not.
you shouldn't do
That's
that.
not
'cause
normal.
That's too much. It's not.
It's tension. Your
And
hair
you
is
have,
Some
I guess,
people
you-
are more sensitive than others, and I
absolutely.
get it.
And I'm tender-headed, and she has I guess, I don't know if you call that a heavy hand just because she braids tight
Yeah.
or whatever it is, but that's no longer my plight, ladies.
Oh, good.
Good.
And we're
Yeah.
glad
Switch
that
to the wigs.
I never got into the wigs. I do want to try some.
I want a
just
good
because
wig.
it's me
Yeah.
too, a good one.
Yeah,
though,
yours looks good.
Yeah. Is it? I don't even know.
No, it is
Okay.
and I don't care. I swear by this.
It looks good.
I
Yeah.
go to Gail Hudson. Have you heard of her? No. Okay, so Gail Hudson. She
She makes yours?
no. She doesn't make them. Well, first of all, the hair comes from India, and this is real. It's not
Right.
that old bull crap. 'Cause
Right, like
everybody
the Chinese hair, whatever.
I will never, because
Yeah.
that's not real.
It's not. Indian hair is
You
the
want-
only. We always
and
say
it's
Indian hair is the
real
very. It's
Indian.
the
That's
Indian.
that's the only.
That's the
it's-
only hair
absolutely.
that's yeah.
So her distributor makes the best
Mm-hmm.
closures that look so real. So we just order the wigs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
And go from there. And she does her work and her magic and the whole 9 yards. But if I'm telling you, Gail Hudson,
It looks
can't
good.
go anywhere. Hairdressers who do wigs and make wigs constantly stop me because I have like 4,
Right.
which is a small number, but still. And everybody.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to invest in one because I know they're
You should at least just
one or
Yeah.
one a good one.
So
right.
when
Especially
I tell
throw on.
you, when I tell you
Yeah.
a good one, a good
A
one,
good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
especially like if you're like, okay, you're about to take your sewing, sewing out,
yeah,
and then you want to just like a quick,
you just like a quick little look that you just throw on real quick,
You may not even want to leave the house with your hair pulled back with the part in the middle because you may be over that look because
Right.
you have somewhere to go in the evening and you could not a problem.
And just
Right.
throw on something
throw
real
on
quick.
that wig, honey.
And
And
be out the
that's what
door.
it's all about is the closures. That's what makes them look so fake.
I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Either you get a good one or
Or
you
a
get a
bad
bad one.
one.
You
or,
know?
or you don't do shit.
Dang right.
Seriously, don't do it.
Oh my God. So let's tell the people like some of the other tips that we suggest.
Right, while your hair is in a protective
Yeah,
style.
while your hair is in a protective style. You don't want to wear it for more than 8 weeks.
Right.
I say.
Yeah.
We was actually going tit for tat. Like she was saying
With
6,
weaves?
I was saying 8.
With sew-ins or
with
like
sew-ins.
braids.
sew-ins.
With
I'm not gonna lie,
sew-ins.
ladies.
I mean, we don't want to hear it. I don't want to know.
Rule of thumb for me, and I think everybody else I know for a sew-in weave has always been just 3. Don't you go past
To the
that
3
3-month
months.
mark. Don't
I've
you
heard of
do
3
it.
months. I say 8 weeks only because I always say that that's the trim cycle that I suggest. Like
Right.
if somebody's coming to me and they're getting their hair like trimmed on a trim cycle, usually it's about every 8 weeks that the trim is needed again.
And we're talking about like a dust,
like
right?
a dust, not
You
like
know?
a heavy cut that you
Right,
haven't
just a
been,
dust.
that you've been on some BS
Well,
for not
baby,
getting.
that trim can wait another 4 weeks, and then you can get a double dust. However you want to work it. But I'm not getting ready to pay you $450 for my weaving and come back to you 8 weeks later and pay you another $450.
Right.
Child, boo.
Right, you gonna make that.
But
thing
we say-
last, right?
We
Yes.
say for 8 weeks?
8 weeks,
Right?
yeah.
Because at that point you have growth.
Yeah.
Like you have like, I'm gonna say what, like an inch and a half
Yeah.
of growth.
Yeah.
Right, so now-
maybe a little bit more because 1.5 inches a month. For maybe about 2 inches, maybe 3.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Depending, everybody's
It's
hair
different.
grows differently,
Right.
right? But you should
Absolutely.
have at least more than an inch of growth,
Yeah.
right? So at this point, like your hair is like the weave is pulling, right? So it's almost like off your scalp and then your edges. Let's not,
Yeah.
that's how you pull your edges.
Girl, let's not talk about that.
Because also this hair is heavy.
Yeah.
Like, look, this is only staying in for 2 weeks, girl. Like,
Yeah,
that's
Tyra
how
can't handle
I
it.
can't,
Yeah.
I can't do it. And that,
We're not gonna talk about how long my hair been in.
yeah.
We're not gonna talk. And I'm a
You're my
stylist.
friend, Soy.
And I'm a
You're my
stylist.
friend. Girl,
But don't
stylists
do what I do.
always. That's right. Don't ever do what stylists do.
Don't
honey.
do what I do. Do what I say.
No.
She called herself out, guys.
Right. Listen. That's why it's looking like this.
She knows what it is.
Yeah.
Look, she knows what it is.
Right. But then also you have to shampoo.
Yeah,
Right.
you do have to
While your
shampoo.
hair is like, if I wear this for like more than 3 weeks, I'm gonna shampoo my
Right.
hair. Like, go like this, guys. Like
'Cause
get
you
in
can
my
shampoo
scalp.
in the braids.
You
and all
can.
I feel so crazy. Do you know that I kid you not? So I just took the wig and had my hair washed and conditioned and trimmed and rebraided, and I was like, I need my butt kicked. You would think that just because I can come home and take off this wig every night that I'm gonna wash my hair like the average person does, like every 2 weeks and take it out. Girl, why do I act like I have a weave in my hair?
Yeah, you don't want
Did you
it.
say you said I go 3
shampoo.
months?
No, you better.
No,
I'm-
don't.
I'm not about
lying.
to.
I'm exaggerating the truth.
We're
but
not
let me
about
say
to
this
do that.
for
We're
what
not
you
about
just
to do
said.
that, Ebony.
No. For what you just, girl, I forget my thoughts so quickly, and I'm so
About
mad
you
because
shampooing your hair.
It was me shampooing my hair. But
That
we'll
you
get into
get
something.
you was saying that you like go and and pretend like it's a sew-in or you forget.
Oh, the
You think
braids.
it's, yeah.
I did not know. I'm like, if you wash your braids, it's gonna fizz up. But who cares? Ebony, it's underneath the wig. Do you know
Right,
all this
right.
time? I will wait to take the braids out before I wash the hair. And what? She was like, Ebony,
Yeah.
what you can do this? You can do it once a week or what have you. Wash your braids.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta wash it and
With
you
the
could go.
braids still, the
with the-
cornrows. I'm like, girl.
You're
listen.
right.
That's why I don't like to wear like nets and all of that stuff because you can't get into your scalp.
Yeah, I didn't like that. when
Yeah, I
they were
don't
doing
like that with the
weaves. I
with
didn't
the
like that.
nets
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
can't get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get into your scalp and clean your scalp because that's part of like, the blood circulation,
Absolutely.
like that massage and
Absolutely.
Your
your
scalp is your skin.
right, is your skin. Like you're going to take a shower, guys, every day. You got to,
You gotta
Wash
clean
that.
your scalp.
Yeah.
You know what? Right. The scalp
Same
is a
thing.
part of the body.
It's a
too.
part of the
You
body
wash your
too. You gotta
body,
wash
you
it.
gotta wash your
You
scalp.
gotta
You're
wash
right.
And you don't have, and
scalp.
obviously you don't have to shampoo it as much,
Yeah.
like as you wash your body, but you should shampoo your
Right.
hair,
Yeah.
the most 2 weeks, guys.
Come on. Right.
3 weeks. I understand life happens, and
Yeah.
but guys,
But 2 weeks. Come on.
yeah.
Let's get into the
Auntie, y'all just whipped
every
me into
two-
shape during the first 5 minutes. Some new me. I'm gonna go get new products
You
and
about to-
everything.
you about to-
It's ready to be on.
You
honey.
ready for a change, girl?
Yeah.
That's
And
what
then-
we're here for.
And also, like while it's in a protective style, oil your
Yeah.
scalp.
On your
Yeah,
scalp.
now that I do.
Yeah.
Because
That I
that's
do.
all you really can do. Like, like while it's in a protective style.
You're absolutely right.
You can't really, you can deep condition. That's important too.
Yeah.
You can, but it's also
You need to put the
important-
nutrients back into the
right,
to
exactly.
the scalp.
Yeah. And what else, Soy?
What else? What else we got on here? Da-da-da-da-da.
That's it, really. Eat healthy, guys.
Oh,
Drink
yeah.
a lot of water. Mind your business.
That I do. That I do. That I do. I do.
I know. But I mean, hey, just wear sew-ins healthy. I just get so excited. And I know you guys get excited too because I just get so excited when this like new hair comes. It's like
Girl, me too. Are you
I
kidding
get
me?
oh my God.
It's
It's
better than
almost
December
like
25th. Girl, I used to wait for my little extensions plus FedEx to
right.
come.
It's just
Back
like
in the day. Back
it's
in the day.
Christmas.
Back in
It's
the
like,
day.
oh my God, it gets to be so excited. Like,
Girl, you can't wait to put those
Man,
little bundles out.
yes.
Honey,
Yeah.
What?
yes.
And you could
just-
change different color. I barely do like sewings. Like I just
We
wear
know.
my curly hair. That's it. Mostly, I'm boring. I do color. I do color. But like every so
and
often,
then every so often you
I
get
do
fried
braids.
and get, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
That's it. Yeah.
That's okay.
But I'm known for people know me for my afro. I'll show you my afro later.
Really? I know
It's
it's
fabulous.
Dope. I know
Yeah.
it
It's
is.
fabulous.
I know it is.
It
I
is.
know it
It's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
But
People say it's fake all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What? I'm sorry.
People say my
Her hair-
afro
her
is,
afro
is
is fake.
fake. Yeah.
But
Like,
it's
this
not.
Is, Yeah, this is my afro.
She's so silly.
Let me just
We'll
explain
show-
something to you.
We'll
I
show
would,
it.
I would lose $1 million if somebody
Can nobody
said,
tell you nothing, girl?
Nobody, no. Nobody could ever tell me that this was this or is this.
Yeah.
Why you have those faux locks? Because this is my look. I love.
Yeah.
I love.
People be
big.
like in her DMs like,
Your
I
hair's
don't know
fake.
why she promoting this oil with that fake ass
You
wig on.
Yeah.
Shut your
Yeah.
mouth. Party people, the hair is real.
Right.
Okay.
Real
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
This is absolutely. I love this on you. That girl, you better keep those locks in for a week only. You're gonna be on punishment, honey. My
She's funny.
gosh, look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
And you too can have some pretty hair.
Right.
too.
Everybody can. So. Mhm.
Right.
Deep conditioning,
Yeah.
drinking water,
Right.
eating healthy,
Right.
and minding your business.
She put that
Exactly.
First.
Right. Minding your business.
drink your
Water,
water,
be healthy.
and
Right.
whatever else.
Exactly. Right. All right. So, yeah.
So those are the hair haps on hair weave. Don't keep it. Let's recap. Don't keep your hair in
for longer
for
than
longer than
8
6,
weeks.
8.
9
3,
9 weeks
nine-
is a 911 call.
Right.
Because I am under the jail. Just know that I'm under the jail right now.
Right.
I feel so
Go seek a
crazy.
professional who knows what they're doing, who's
Right.
niched out. Eat healthy and
Yeah.
oil your
Oil
scalp.
your scalp. Yeah.
Right.
Oil your scalp. That's crucial.
And mind your business.
And mind your business.
Yeah. All right, so let's get
love
into the slipped into the DMs. We have Charlie she's from Atlanta. So what is
can't
this?
see.
No, I can't see.
I can't even see this shit. Both of
I
us
can't
in here.
take you to.
We can't. Like,
What is a good hairstyle while I'm making the transition to natural hair? Like, like I guess she has like the curly hair and then the straight pieces.
Oh,
Oh,
I
we
see what
did
you
that.
mean. Yeah.
Oh, let me see. What's a good natural style?
She could do perm rods, perm rods or flexi rods.
Oh yeah. She could do that. She could
Right.
she could do some hair weave.
Yeah, you can do some
Just
faux locks.
Faux
Then
locks.
making the
Yeah.
transition, I was going to say, I'm sorry, wig.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
She could do a wig. I mean,
Because
that's
her
good.
hair would be braided.
Her
you
hair
know?
would be braided.
That's so true.
Right?
She'll still be able to take care of it. It's not going to mess anything up.
Exactly.
And she's
Yeah.
going natural. So clearly she's going to absolutely take care of it. you
Right.
know?
And then she's leaving it alone.
Yeah, or
you
she can
know?
just cut it all off.
Oh
all off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big chop it.
Yeah, because at that point, if you're looking to just, you can you have these braiders that know how to like grab the small parts,
Right.
and wait until, or you don't have to necessarily cut it, but if you want to,
Yeah.
you can. That's what I did. I cut it.
Yeah.
Cut the loose shit.
I feel you.
Cut
So where
the ends, the bad ends.
Right.
you
And
know,
then once
start
you take it
fresh.
out the protective style, if you're not going to cut it, just cut some of it and then put it back in a protective style.
Right.
If you don't
Yeah,
want to deal with
that's
it.
what we recommend. Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck, Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, and get a professional.
Yeah.
Find a
Don't-
professional to bounce,
Yeah, don't do it yourself.
Don't do
either.
it- you're
Don't cut
right.
your hair yourself.
Oh, please
Yes,
don't.
please don't. People do.
Cut their hair themselves.
Yeah, they all on YouTube. It's like a thing. It's a whole thing. Like they
You
really
think we
be
lying?
No, I'm telling y'all. So I told you I just got my braid taken out, washed.
You cut
so
your own hair.
my girlfriend was supposed to come. She's a hairdresser. And she was going to come to the house
Yeah.
and, clip my ends and the whole 9 yards and bone straight my wig. And I was like, let me do this on my own because time kept slipping and she hadn't got there yet. Girl,
you was in there.
washed, conditioned my hair, my natural hair. I did, I did all of whatever and I blew it. I was like, listen, I just want my ends clipped. I don't care because it's like I'm wearing it down or anything.
Yeah.
Don't y'all know I took some regular scissors?
I was about
Oh
to.
my God.
I was about to say, what
used
shears did you
scissors that
use? You used some
in
scissors.
school or that's in your little
No.
office thing. And I didn't even
Cutting
care
all
about
jagged.
lining it up. I just went and I cut it. Hey,
I cannot.
cut it.
No.
Them ends was way too raggedy. Had to cut it.
Yeah.
You hear me? I did. I
Yeah.
was doing all the bad things. Thank
Wow.
you, ladies, for all these hair tips.
Yes.
because it's really for me.
Right.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And so many people be out here doing
Yeah.
the most.
Right, because
I
there's
wouldn't
so
do that
many-
on a regular basis. Like I can't understand.
It was
somebody,
just an emergency.
Yeah.
No, they
you know-
that's serious.
you know
You
you're
know
doing it
better,
wrong, right?
Oh, like
gosh,
you
yes,
know better.
right.
No, we talking about people who just generally like. Yeah,
Not
and I
cool.
cut
They
my.
won't
Not
ever go
cool.
to a hairstylist.
Yeah.
They just go on YouTube University.
Yeah, and YouTube University, and they're like, and
Yeah.
this is how you do this, and then you pull it
Yeah,
out
you
right
pull-
here.
You pull your
and-
hair all the way up. Like this. You
Yeah.
cut it.
Wait a minute. Are you?
Yeah.
Dead ass. Mm-hmm.
If
It's a
I'm-
whole
if
new
I'm dying,
generation.
I'm dying.
It's a whole new
It
generation.
sure is.
It's a whole
You know
new
what?
generation.
I never thought about it like that, but you know what? You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's the power of the
So
internet too.
right.
Yeah.
That's what it all boils down to anyway.
Yeah.
Of the internet.
All right, so let's get into our whatever portion with finding your purpose with Ebony.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so for those of them that don't know who Ebony is, can you kind of like share who you are, what you do, like go into details?
Okay, I'm gonna try to make this short. As I mentioned when we first came on, I said that I was, originally from New York, but I was raised here in Atlanta. I don't understand. I don't know how I got in the position that I'm in. I guess it's because the side of town that we moved to,
Which was what?
Southwest Atlanta, right
Oh,
off
so okay,
Cascade
the Swats.
Road, like since I was 5, and I feel like if I grew up in Decatur, my life would be totally
Really? The
different.
East
If I
Side?
grew up, and it really would. It absolutely. I would have been at a different school. I wouldn't have
Right.
done. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I went to the one and only high school here in Atlanta, Benjamin E. Mays.
Okay, you went to me. Okay.
And because I grew up in a community of affluent blacks, I didn't know where we were landing, what I had stepped into. It just so happened. I was around just a lot of, I don't even want to call them influencers because they're not. So we're talking
Right.
about the likes of Andy Young. So clearly, I'm going to school with his son. I'm going to school with Kasim. I'm going to school with like just everybody. It didn't mean anything to me then, does now.
Right.
And I guess my personality popped and I just became really, really popular at a young age. And so by middle school, I'm having parties at my house after the games and they're
After the football
After the
game.
football
right.
games.
Because in the South, it's huge football.
back in the, and this was when I'm in middle school. You know, this is the
Oh,
80s
wow.
we're talking about. And I'm having a backyard party and they're huge. And I'm like, oh, wow, what's going on here? It's like crowded. Then I go to high school and then it's like I'm doing the same thing. But then I have 2 other schools that are, Ebony where's having a party?
Right.
So they're there. And just from that, just the whole personality aspect of it all. And I don't credit anything, but like I would go back and forth to New York a lot during the summers. And
That's my
I went
story,
to
too.
college there as well.
Oh, you did?
Well, when
What
I went
school?
to college there, Long Island University in Brooklyn, I didn't realize that I went to school to be a doctor. Did
you
not
did?
realize that was not my gift. That was not
Right.
what. But lo and behold, I'm sitting here saying I'm going to be a doctor, but I'm the news anchor on the college network. I'm the DJ on the college radio station.
Oh, wow.
And my job that I got outside of going to class was working at RCA Records in the publicity department.
Yeah.
But I want to be a doctor.
Doctor, right.
Really?
You weren't. You
Yeah.
wasn't listening to your.
It's always
exactly.
there.
It's always there.
It's
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
there. So in the midst of me doing all of this, I mean, I was blessed. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. I was blessed with an amazing personality, and I recognize that. You know, some people have a tendency to dumb themselves down. It's not like I'm saying, I know I'm beautiful, I'm drop dead gorgeous. It's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying I recognize my gift now.
Right.
And one of the main gifts is my personality and my spirit. And as a result, people gravitate
Towards
to that.
you.
Okay, no matter where. And it blows my mind sometimes. So you take that popularity coupled with me maneuvering in the music industry, and I'm just, meeting all these different celebs. Well, they're not celebrities to me. They want to be my friend because I'm so cool.
Right.
Yeah.
So they turn into real live relationships, okay? And I mean really real relationships. Fast forward, I had to come back to Atlanta. And this is how it all started. I came back to Atlanta because while I left
After college.
not even after.
No, I mean you
I
didn't.
left
So you
because
didn't.
I had to have hip replacement surgery
Oh, wow.
at a very young age, at 21.
Right.
And RCA's like, we're not letting you go. I don't care if it takes you 2 months to rehab, 3 months. You will just get an intern, and you'll have your job when you come back. Well, lo and behold, the doctor paralyzed me during the surgery.
No.
Turned into a 2-year rehabilitation.
Are you serious?
Girl, yes. I'm not supposed to be walking in here without a brace. I'm not supposed to be. One leg is supposed to look like this, and the other one's supposed to be the size of my head. You know how when your leg or whatever atrophies, it just gets real small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so bottom line, now everybody's glad I'm back in Atlanta, but I'm
Right.
down. And I'm like, I'm not getting ready to sit here like this. So I started an all-girls street promotions team. It was called Ebony Girls, and that was really just all my girlfriends.
And what year was this?
Girl, it wasn't even it wasn't even 90.
Oh wow.
Oh, it may have been 90. It may have been like 90.
Early
It was
90s?
91. It was 91 to be
Okay.
exact. Sorry,
And
it was
Atlanta was so
91.
different back. Oh my god.
Baby, we had to get 5,000 and 6,000 flyers printed, give out a schedule. okay, you go to West End Mall on Saturday between so and so. You go here, and you go to this parking lot. You go to, and that's what we had
And
to
then
do.
y'all would just pass out flyers on
Put them on the
people's
cars. Put them on the
and-
cards. That's what we had to do. And every time we would do it, whatever party we were promoting or what have you, turnout was amazing. So now that's popularity on another level. And
Right.
understand that's still music industry. After that, I did I switched that and did Ebony Girls. I didn't want it because people kept approaching me to do parties. In
Way
the
before the
industry.
Alex days.
Before Alex,
Right.
absolutely. It was
Way
before
Alex days.
That is when I actually met Alex.
Okay.
I met him during Ebony Girls. I have 1 million flyers at my house right now. And wait a minute, it was during Girl 6 too. They have Girl 6. He was going by another company name at the time, trying to get into the industry, and we were doing parties together or what have you. But he was really trying to get on. You
Right.
know what I mean? It was, and that's my boy, love him to death. But so I started doing parties with people. So then I'm getting phone calls. Hi, this is so and so from blah 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 in LA. I represent Jamie Foxx, and I want to know if you know you got. I'm like, how do y'all know about me?
Right.
You know,
Word travels.
Magic Johnson.
They
comes
say
in,
you got to work until people know your name.
until
Yeah.
people know your name, and I did
Yeah.
that at a lot of celebrities. And back then, mixtapes were very popular, and DJs are really
yeah.
popular.
Yeah. I remember that.
Girl, I was getting all kinds of shout outs on like
like
the big DJs that don't even live here.
the ones
You know,
in New York,
New
like
York,
Clue
like shout out,
and all of
yes,
them,
Capri, like everybody. And
Capri.
I'm like, Red Alert, you know, this is a long time
yeah,
ago. So I'm
yeah.
like, what in the world? Did that. Bumped into Ryan Cameron in the mall one day. I knew him. Had a brief conversation. My mom was with me, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, how's it going? It's, you know, he's new on this hip hop station. He's like, everything's going good. We're looking for a female co-host. I'm not even thinking to say anything,
right.
and I didn't. My mom said, you're looking at her right now. And Ryan was just like, Ebony? And she's like, yes. And he's just like, Sent in a tape that
Shout
I
out to
made.
your mama.
Shout out
Right.
to my mama.
For looking out.
Mommy's
Mommy's always know.
Yeah.
I made up a tape at home, my little tape recorder, because back then we had tape recorders. Sent my tape in, and they were like, okay, we want you to come in for an on-air audition for a week. After my first day, they were like, you can continue to do this for the week, but we know we want you. You got it. You know?
wow.
So I got that job, and then from there, you know, it's all, then more celebrities, and it's so crazy because they would come in and they would tell us at the beginning of the week who we had to interview, and I would never say, "Oh, I know him, I know her, I know," and it was always that I wouldn't say a word
Right.
until they would come to the studio that day, and they're like shaking everybody's hand, and Ludacris actually was an intern on our morning show at
Oh,
the time.
wow.
You know what? I remember that.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
So wow.
I remember that.
Chris Lover.
Chris
was
Lover
his
Lover, I
name
remember
at the
that.
time.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, from that, like Magic Johnson came in when they had the ribbon cutting ceremony for the theater opened up in
Okay.
Greenbrier.
Yeah.
It's like, I want you to host my next party. You know, people, and that just kept happening. You know, from there I was doing tons of voiceovers, doing a lot of television gigs, you know, hosting things of that nature, and just still this popular figure. Unbeknownst to me, I just don't understand. I'm like, okay, is this really just all personality based?
Right. So it just like led back to like all the things that you were doing in, you know, college and, you know, this and NYC. It just led back to.
And that's
Yeah.
a lot of people's stories, you know. And after radio, like I said, I did that and kept going. And then is when we started Three Brown Girls, which was it was me, Kim Porter, Nicole Johnson, and we literally.
I remember, yeah.
You remember that? At
And
Justin's.
I've done Nicole's hair a couple of times.
Really?
I love Nicole. She's
Yeah,
a sweetheart.
I know. But what that right there, we literally were opening every Sunday night at Justin's, and we all we wanted to do was create a supper club environment. We had full on production. We had a house band, and Joy, who was married to Gip, was our house singer. She's an
I love
absolute
Yeah,
girl.
I've heard,
You've
I've
seen,
seen
you've
and
heard. That
heard.
girl
and
is no
yeah.
joke.
Yep.
So she was the house singer. After the whole Three Brown Girls movement, I had a baby.
Okay.
And then Kim had the twins. We were both pregnant at the same time, just 6 months apart. And so we kind of fell back you know,
Right.
and we really were just
Went into mommy mode.
enjoying
I know how
life.
that is.
Yes, girl, I was embracing this whole new feeling and the whole
Right.
new everything. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. At that point, I really wanted to just be around my family, be a mom. I was
Yeah.
still very active on the scene. Like, I don't think that'll ever die, you know? So I was still getting that.
Okay.
But-
Were you girls doing still the Brown Girls?
No,
Or
we weren't even doing Three
it?
Brown. Well, you know what? Let me tell you what we were doing. We stopped doing Justin's every Sunday
Okay.
because now people were hiring us to do their events.
I see.
And the best that we did was the Congressional Black Caucus weekend. They hired us to do the entertainment for the entire weekend. And let me tell
that's
you
so
something.
awesome.
It was amazing. And from there, everything just started steamrolling. You know, we're on the front cover of this magazine. People want to do this article on us. They want to pay us to do this event. They want us to put together something very similar to what Lip Service was. Lip Service was...
And I love the name, just
Let me
like
tell
the
you
Three
something.
Brown Girls.
The
name.
Three Brown
Like,
Girls.
I love
Because,
that.
and it's
That's
so
like-
crazy
That's
that
awesome.
Isn't
we
it?
were
Yeah.
the same exact height.
Yeah.
Everybody was little.
Right.
And we look alike.
All of y'all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We looked alike.
Yeah.
It was the most amazing thing. It was so amazing. So we put our stamp on Justin's and Lip Service. And like I said, it started doing so many other things. And that's what we were doing. See, you brought me back. After the baby, we was still doing things like that. And then what everything was still from there. I'm still getting paid to host, to do
Right.
this, to do blah, blah, blah. But it really wasn't anything that I was just known for at that point. I always consider myself the queen of reinvention. And I'm not the kind of person that's going to have one success and everybody knows you from that one success and then you feel like you can't do anything else. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to get me a 9-to-5 because they're not going to see me on this job because everybody knows me as this.
Right.
People have a tendency to fall into that syndrome a lot.
But I don't think that, we're here for that. I think that we're here to grow and do everything that,
we are,
like,
but the
not
average
everything, like, is-
mindset.
but you can do multiple things. You don't have to just, slip
Like
into...
what's her name said, your wholeness can go away.
Your wholeness can go away.
Like that can be erased. What's her name? Was it Drea? She said
That's
that.
dope. She said, your wholeness, I'm done. Well, yeah, thanks to Instagram. Yeah. You don't have to hoe anymore.
You can erase. Hey.
You don't have to. Now you can sell furry slippers. And,
Right.
Now you can and make a
furry
killing
slippers.
and become an entrepreneur.
Right.
And, hey,
Some
Yeah.
flat tummy tea and whatever.
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of that.
All of that.
So, that was a transition. And honestly speaking, all while I was going through that, I've always had a really, really close connection and a relationship with God. And I always had visions. And he would always give me the same vision. It'd be a different day, different outfit, but it would always be the same thing. And I always saw myself on a stage, and it was never indoors, it was always outdoors, and there was the multitude of people. I knew I wasn't an entertainer. I knew I wasn't a preacher.
Right.
But I wasn't thinking speaking back then because I've been having these visions plain and clear, like for as long as I can remember, like in early teen, like 9th, 10th grade. So just moving on through life, and then I'm hearing people start to say, Eboni, I love being around you. You have such a wonderful spirit. Oh, you're unforgettable. Or Eboni, every time I'm around you, you always say one or two things that
Stick with you.
that would stick with me. You're so motivating, and you're so candid. And by you being that way, and you're opening up about yourself, you have no idea how that touched my girlfriend who was with me, or blah blah blah. And I'm just listening to these things. I'm not thinking anything about it.
Right.
And this is going on year after year after year. And I twice in my life, well, 3 times actually, I've gotten these like prophecies from the church. But I'm not going to somebody saying, oh, I'm going to let him give me read me today and give me a prophecy. I'm not going to do that. It's always been either my first time visiting a church, and the pastor is a visiting pastor.
Right. And he
And
just
he
says
tapped me,
something.
and it's like, can somebody please tap the young lady in the blue jean jacket?
Oh wow.
And have her to come forth, please, in the middle of the service. God
Just
has been speaking
ran-
to me the entire time
Wow.
that I've been here giving this word, and I've got
Wow.
to tell you what he said. And everything that he said to me lined up with everything that God had already shown me, told me, and it's happened 2 more times.
That's because we're all connected, and each time that you speak to somebody, you're speaking to the part of the universe and the consciousness, like every single time.
They hit it spot on. They didn't know me from a hill of beans, either of these people. Period. And they're like, and they're pausing, like, do you know Jay-Z and Beyonce? And I'm just like, not answering them because you're supposed to tell me what it
Right.
is that you know. And I'm just like, sister, you are very powerful in the music industry. You're very powerful in the athletic industry, you know. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, I know people from the rooter to the tutor in both industries.
Yeah.
You know, not knowing what my gift or my calling was going to be now. And you know, you are such a woman. When I touch you, like you're so powerful. And they all said the same thing. This one thing. It's like you're right here, but you're scared to. They would all say that same thing, not exactly the same, but the same thing. Sweetheart, you're already at the
Right.
shore. You just got to jump in,
Right.
and you have no idea. Your safety net is huge. Or, baby, are you fearful? And I'm like, no. I'm equating that fear to me being able to go on a stage and not have stage fright.
Right.
That type of fear, not knowing that that's not the kind of fear they were talking about. And I heard this.
So
like,
what was the fear?
Just the fear, like how people talk about now. But I'm scared. Like I have everything to start my own hair salon and da-da-da-da-da. I know I'm gifted in doing hair. I have a space. Blah blah blah.
But you
But
just
you're
have
fearful.
to start.
You're wondering, but a client's gonna come. You know,
Right.
and believe it or not, for somebody that may be something like, what, are you crazy? But to others, it's fear.
It is
You understand
fear.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody's not built the same. You have
It is
Right.
fear.
You have hustlers who will go out there that have probably done 2 heads in their lives and decide, I can do hair, and really can't. But they go out there, get a
But they
business, they get a building,
Yeah,
they
they're
put
fearless.
those chairs in there,
They're telling they're
and they're
telling
going to do everything humanly possible to
Right.
get those doors
and
open.
that's why it will pan out, because they are taking the initiative to do it, and
Absolutely.
you don't have to have everything figured out, but when you take the initiative to do it,
That's
the
absolutely
universe is
right.
gonna comply,
Right.
because you're showing the action, like, I am doing it. I am
Right.
gonna. People are gonna come. You don't have to have
You have to put the effort.
and
you don't have
because
to have
that
everything worked
person
out.
did that,
right,
it's uber successful. Whereas I'm sitting over here talking about doing it for years.
right,
I have all the girlfriends whose hair I've done that comes to the house.
Right.
You know, all these things, you know. My dad has stupid money. I'm making all this up.
Right.
And I can get this building, you know. I have everything available to me, but there's something that's blocking me from
Yeah.
moving forward. And let me tell you,
you got to get out your own way.
that thing
got-
is
yeah.
real.
Yeah.
It's real. And
For
it's
a lot of
easy
people.
to it's for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So when I realized that that's what it was, because let me tell y'all something. I'm like, why am I so connected and have relationships? I don't walk into a place and see a celebrity and I'm like, hey, if I'm hanging you, we're walking to hug one another because we are friends. We
Right.
are. I don't do that. I don't take pictures with you if I don't know you. I don't do any of that. And why do I have all these contacts? Why do I have everybody that will never tell me no, that is willing to do whatever it is that Eboni wants to do or what have you? I'll come up with all these ideas. I'll write everything down, make that plan, baby. But when it comes time to take that first step,
You just,
it's like I was crippled in a straitjacket.
right.
And it took me years to figure that out. I thought someone had put voodoo on me. I thought I had gone to Hilton Head and dipped in the ocean as if it was the name of the river in the Bible where they healed him of leprosy. I fasted. I've gone to pastors. I've talked, and I'm just like, what is it? And yes, it was fear, but it also was not my time. I say my first half of my life, and not even my first half, but the first phase of my life was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. I had several successes, but I felt empty because I knew that there was something so much bigger than what I was doing. And somebody could say, what do you mean? What's bigger than what you're doing? You know, you got the life.
Right.
Right.
But
so
that
now,
wasn't the
now
case.
you're in the second phase
Now,
of your life.
I don't want to say second phase because I'm only 48. That means I only got 48 more years.
No, I'm saying,
I'll be
but
right
like you know,
almost.
like
But yes,
the transition.
absolutely. And I
Right.
do say
You're
that.
living.
Why
Your,
do
you
why
feel
do you
like you're
say
living
that?
your bliss.
I say that I felt it in me. Absolutely, I am. I felt it hardcore about 2-3 years ago, where I knew exactly what I was supposed to be doing. Once I had the last prophecy reading, and it hit everything on the head without me opening my mouth. It was just confirming what God had already told me. Then the compliments, well, not the compliments, everything just started coming in more about Eboni, you know, you're so inspiring, you know. And I said, all those years you were on stage, that was what you were doing. You were a speaker. I don't want to call myself a motivational speaker. I don't want to call, and I kept holding back from moving forward with my purpose because I was like,
Well, I don't
I'm
want to
not
do
I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't want to be labeled like everybody else. I feel like my calling is different. And I was letting that become a distraction. So
And you basically telling the creator that you're not. You're
and see,
saying
now
it.
I'm
You're saying
into
it.
the law of
So,
attraction and
yeah, so you're
manifestation now. So
basically
now what I was
saying
living, absolutely.
that you're
There you
not.
go.
So now it's
Absolutely.
confused. It's like, okay, well, you want this, but then you're calling you're on one
Absolutely.
end, so it's going to cancel out. You know,
Absolutely.
on one
And you're gonna be stuck in the middle.
right
Stuck in the middle.
exactly.
And I was. Everybody just looked at me like everything was so grand, and it was. I've never been a depressed person, never been in anything. You know, I love life. I'm high on life, and but it still was in my mind. What really got me it's no secret. Kim Porter and I were like, we were more than best friends. We were sisters. It
Right.
was something so bigger than sisters that we even had to question, like, what is
Right.
this? There was such a connection. I had other friends. She had other friends. But the two of us
Right.
was just something absolutely.
Y'all were soul
And
sisters.
I did not realize that. So one day she said, what do you call us? And I said, well, you said sisters. She was like, girl, we bigger than that. I said, it doesn't get any bigger than that. She was like, soulmates. I said, that's for lovers.
Yeah.
She said, no, it's
no,
not.
it's not.
Yeah.
So I started reading on it. Your soulmate can be your dog. Your soulmate can be your neighbor. Your soulmate can be.
Right.
And when I saw that, it just doggone near brought me to tears because what we had was something that I know I won't find again in this lifetime in another female.
Right.
So what I have done is, because I do desire to be remarried, so because we believe in manifestation and
Yeah.
and affirmations, everything that attracted and connected Kim and I to one another out of all these millions and billions of people on the face of this earth, I asked God to put those same qualities in the husband that He is sending to me.
Wow.
Because I don't want I'm just going to get married again just because to say
Yeah.
I'm married. I want to marry my best friend. And
Right.
I am going to
That's so
marry my
important.
best
It is.
friend.
It is.
Yeah.
I am going to marry my best friend.
Yeah, and God put her in your life so you know exactly
What I want.
What you want.
the next time.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. So losing her, I equate it to losing a spouse.
Right.
As a best friend, you know more than a husband knows. You know more than your children know about you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
you
so
know
true.
everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So the fact that we were both single, me losing her was like losing a spouse.
Yeah.
That really set me back, you guys. Okay.
I can't imagine.
Because I'm such a strong force and continue to push forth, I never knew grief. I felt like, when someone dies, you're going to miss them and you're going to cry for months and then you're going to always think about them. But I thought that that's as far as it went. I never knew it was so deep that it will absolutely change you. I found myself not being a friend to my friends. I wasn't calling anybody. If they called, I may take the call and I may not take the call,
But that's all a process too,
And I realize that now. And I realize now that so many other people are going through the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I put a post up on my Instagram one time that said, losing someone changes you. And then I wrote all this stuff underneath about what it is that I was feeling. The comments were amazing.
Yeah.
So what losing her has done for me is made me gain a focus like I've never had before.
Yeah, I'm
so
getting
what's-
goosebumps.
I know.
Like I've never had before.
Yeah.
I had too many distractions in my past. Ebony, come on, we're going to go to Sardinia on a yacht for 2 weeks. Ebony, let's go here. Ebony, will you help me do this project? You'd be great. I'm like, sure. Because I'm always down to
and you
help.
always like moving, and sometimes you have
Always
to be
moving.
still to know
girl.
to figure you out and
Right.
to hear,
Right. That's
To
why.
hear
It's,
that-
that's
to
why
hear.
we had Lisa, and she's like, I want to go on a solo vacation.
See?
to hear
That's what
God.
I'm saying.
Because
Girl,
sometimes
you
you
have
can't
to.
even, because we're all so distracted. You know what I
So
mean? With so
distracted.
many different things hitting us. Just driving down the street, just
Right.
billboards,
Yeah.
everything, just all this energy coming to us. And you have to. And not only that, the chatter that's in your own head that won't shut up.
don't shut the
Like,
fuck up.
but I'm telling you what I'm dealing with. Like, what's going on
so-
with me? Lord, why?
Right.
I've helped so many people and helped make this one this and this one that. But I'm still right here. But I'm the one who has this huge calling on my life. Yes, it was fear, but like I said, at the same time, it was not my time.
Yeah.
It's God's timing. It's as much as I thought I was ready, I was not ready. But I'm gonna tell you what made me get ready, and that was losing
Yeah,
Kim.
see?
I mean that listen, wholeheartedly, I am not the same. I would be at everything. If you invited me, I don't want to hurt your feelings and not show up.
Right.
I'm there. And, to the point where people were like, oh my God, Ebony is such a so socialite. I said, did you just call me a socialite?
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that word?
I did not like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
So I told that person right then and there, I said, I'm definitely not a socialite. I have too many accomplishments under my belt for you to label me a socialite and not mention my accomplishments. What I am is a social light, Light. I know that people want to be in my presence. People want to be around. People love when I open my mouth because I always have something to say, not purposely and not intentional. It's just
Like a light that they gravitate to.
all of that. And so what I've done now, what God has done, and my guardian angel, she's not on just one shoulder. She is on both. She's on my feet. It's amazing. So many doors have opened to me as a result of her passing that I know it's nobody but her, because she knew exactly what I wanted to do,
Right.
exactly the route I wanted to take to get there, everything. And because of that, I'm all about my business now. So in my second phase, I'm living. I always tell people now, like, my purpose is so much bigger than my past, because people think my past was so huge.
Yeah.
But everybody's purpose is not revealed to them in a lifetime. Once your purpose is revealed, you can't do anything else. You can't.
Right.
Once my eyes were opened, I know exactly what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And right now,
So what is it?
What is it?
myself with my team members are building the Social Light brand, okay? And it's, bottom line, my authentic life. I told you I'm very candid, I'm very transparent. We already know that I have a very motivating spirit, a very happy-go-lucky, a very positive energy. And what I noticed is, and also another thing that happened when Kim passed, her passing gained me like 65,000 followers in like a month's time.
Wow.
So that was her saying, here goes your platform. I'm enlarging
Right.
this and
Oh,
I want you to
wow.
go.
That's everything.
It's so everything, and it blew me away. So now I have all these new followers, and they're just like, oh my God. When she passed, I went to her page, and all I would see was you. So now that makes me come to you, and then I see this person, like Janelle Monáe put up something about us, and Tiana Taylor, because Kim and I had done a video singing one of her songs, and it went viral, and so now all these people are like, oh my God, I went down your whole page. I love your spirit. I love your. So now whatever it is that you're doing, we want to be a part of. Blah blah blah. Ebony, can you do? Ebony, can you do? They have built a brand for me.
Right.
From which entails everything from
So crazy how life is like that.
have built a brand for me. Do you understand? If I'm going to say, without going into any more detail, Oprah left a great blueprint. I'm not following the blueprint.
That's what I was gonna
It just
remind
happened
me.
organically.
It was reminding me of the Soul series, like what you know.
And that's just one. That's just one thing.
Right.
There's so many facets to the Social Light brand, and it will be launching. I'll give it a month, and that's pushing it out.
Well, congratulations.
I'm definitely pushing it out, by saying that. But I'm beyond overly excited because now
You should
I'm
be.
walking in my purpose.
In your purpose.
And that's
God
that's
is not
so
going to give you
important.
vision
is.
without provision.
Right.
And He has given me so much provision. So for all those years that I would question why, and I did this, and why not, and why, and this,
And when it's gonna be, and da 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 da, and
now
and you
It all
just have
just-
to.
every relationship that I had,
Led
if
here.
I pick up that phone and I'm like, listen, I'm getting ready to do, or I'm planning, blah blah. You got it. What you need. Da-da-da.
Right.
So everything is just like I'm so excited about this launch because I'm for the people. I'm all for the people, and all I have to do is be Ebony.
Yeah.
I don't have to change a single thing about my Instagram because that's who I am.
Right.
And they love what they see. They love what I post. They love what I write underneath. You don't understand. You saved my life. And I'm just like, what?
Right.
But this was all that gift that God put in me that I did not know what it was for, what I was doing. Now it's coming to fruition, and I'm walking in it, and it's a wrap.
I love it.
I love
It's a
that.
wrap. I'm hair care.
Right.
Well, not hair care. Well,
Listen.
not this one. It's an Indian hair. I get compliments on that hair every time. I mean, it's crazy. Ebony, from people that sell hair.
Right.
So I said, well, you're going to sell the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been going back and forth with the Indian distributors, and That's one. I'm doing a whole skincare line. I told you I use aloe vera on my face.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
turning back the
wow.
age of time.
Just a whole wellness.
Everything. Well, hair,
Hair,
and skin.
wellness,
That's it.
and okay.
But then it will come out too because health. I'm all
Yeah.
about what you put into your body.
Yeah.
And eating good. It's just amazing. Ebony, what are you doing? And everybody's coming to me like I'm this what do you call it? Not a guru.
Like a guru? Like
well, I mean, I hate to
health
myself
guru,
that.
I guess.
don't like that.
You know.
And I guess I should like the queen I am.
Hello.
And
Hey.
asking all these questions, but I just so happen to have all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's strange. I know it's God. I know it's wisdom. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I know it was all, my past was a setup
Yeah.
for my future.
Right.
And like I say, I'm going to continue to say my purpose is much greater than my past, even though it was awesome and excellent. So
So
that's what it's all
everything
about.
has come full circle.
Full circle,
Circle.
ladies.
And now you living in,
Full
your
circle,
purpose. You
ladies.
living in your bliss, and
I don't go out that much anymore
Right.
because unfamiliarity is better than familiarity.
Right.
I was extremely familiar to the masses. Whoever wanted to be friends, whoever wanted to be cool, whoever wanted to get to know, we're cool.
Yeah.
Now that my focus is somewhere else and I'm walking in my purpose and
It's
I'm building
different.
this brand, God took people out of my path that were friends of mine who he knew. I would have never, ever said, oh no, she's never going to be out of my life. She's never going to, I would have never done it. But he had
But
to
just
start exposing.
removed.
He had to do it because he knew that they could not be on my journey. And these were close friends.
Well, sometimes it has. These people have seasons, and the
I never
season
would have
has
thought.
passed.
I
Yeah.
never
I
would've
know,
thought.
I know,
never
I know.
would have thought.
Me too. I mean, I've had, people
We
in
all
my
have.
life where
Yeah.
you think,
Close
like,
ones.
please,
Yeah.
like, I know they're going to be
talking
down
about,
for,
like, 2 or
life,
3.
like, but
Yeah.
You're going to take these 2 and 3 from me, and then you're going to make Kim leave the face of this earth. Now who do I have? Now I have
Right.
your undivided attention.
Right.
Okay.
That's where I am
See
right
how
now.
what he does.
That's
God
where I
is-
am right now. And
yeah.
that's why he's sending my husband,
yeah.
because I do need that best friend, that support. I have friends, but that's not the same. I can't pick up the phone and talk to you guys for hours about what we used to talk about, or what we, even the ones that he exposed that are no longer in my life. I can't do
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So now I'm focused on nothing except my brand. It's the craziest thing. If I'm going out, it's because you're one of my cool friends. You do something at your house,
Right.
Or something like that. But
Other than that,
it's focus.
It's focus.
It's focus, and it's nobody but God. Because
I love
Ebony
it.
is a social butterfly, but now I'm a social influencer. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a social influencer.
Right.
And when I get paid to come and speak, I'm not writing down what I'm talking about. You're not giving me a topic. I'm talking about a particular, I may pick one incident that happened in my life where there was something dealing with health that was bad, and it'll go from there, and it will change. I'm just like, what is this gift? Like, what is this gift? But, I was so busy walking in my own way, in my own path, that now I recognize that I don't dumb it down. I know my worth. I don't have a problem telling you exactly who I am,
Right.
where I'm going. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm all the way there, and I'm so excited. I feel like I'm 21 years old all over again, and I'm embarking on whatever it is.
And that's how you know that you are on the right track too.
Yeah.
When you get up and you're just like super excited
Excited,
just
yeah.
And I
about
am,
life.
baby.
Yeah.
Like you get up and
Listen.
you ready to attack the day because you know that you have a mission and you know that you have a purpose.
Right.
I'm so thankful.
And that's what we here for.
Yes.
To
As
live
opposed
out.
to,
Exactly
some
that.
people just, no shade, but some
Or they
people
might not just be there,
Right, they might not be there. Like, they wake up. Like when I used to work a 9 to 5, girl, like I didn't want to get up. I wanted to stay in bed.
Yeah, right.
trying to find a reason to call in.
Right.
And 9 to 5 were
Like,
never
ooh,
for
I
me.
think my
Right.
stomach
I would
hurt.
always say like, damn, I already called.
I did this 3 times last week.
I had a
Let me get it
cold
together.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
so
my-
let me see.
I already
had an
told them
emergency.
my dog ran away
I had an emergency at my son's school.
right.
5 times in 1 year. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Can't keep using
What
it.
kind of child she got?
Right.
9 to 5 is not for everybody, though.
They're
Yeah,
not.
no.
And that's
they're
when you
not.
do know. Let me say this. Some people will go their entire life in a 9 to 5 and they're fine.
Yeah.
Those of you who struggle with a 9 to 5, that means your calling
That
is
is something
different.
else. It's something else, and
it's
you got to
something
listen
different.
to it.
And you will not strive in your 9 to 5. Everything that I've ever gotten employed, where I was using my natural gift, which I now know is, just who I am, I've always gotten fired.
Yeah.
And it was me using my gift. But guess what? Guess what? It was because of jealousy. Oh no, she's too good.
Right.
Or
Right.
oh no, she's it was that. It was too much. It was all of that. And I'm like, I can't go wrong. Now,
Right.
you want me to be a cashier?
Right.
I'm trying to operate in my gift and make money doing it. So
Right.
yeah, I'm getting all these jobs, but then I keep getting fired. That's when I
Right.
knew
that wasn't, but
That wasn't
it was a learning
it
experience.
was a learning, and I see what it all
Did. And you
all
can
it
look
does
back
is,
at
all it does
of-
is make my testimony even more
Exactly.
stronger. You
Right.
know, seriously.
I love it.
I love it. So tell them where they can find you and
You can find me in the A.
Look, I'm from New York, so
Oh, you can always look. I'm always repping. Yeah, New York is always repping. Seriously, I love
Yeah.
my Big Apple. But social media, I'm Eboni Elektra, EBoniElektra. Same as Facebook, the whole 9 yards, and that's
Right.
really my two forms of social media.
and then you'll be launching the social LIGHT.
And I'll be launching the Socialite brand very soon. So literally stay tuned because I'm going to be doing all the pre on
Right.
the gram and on
Right. We can't wait.
Facebook and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it's so funny how God is. I keep getting interview, and like just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
This didn't
Right.
happen a year ago. Didn't happen 2 years ago.
But that's how
That's
it works.
how it
That's how it
works.
When you start
Yeah.
living at the
Listen.
car, you don't have to do anything.
It just
It's
comes
it
to
just
you.
comes.
It just comes.
And it's all about patience and the timing and like you said before, like all of the things that you did from before was setting you up.
and never give up.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Consistency.
Consistency. I've
and not
always
giving
remained
up.
consistent, even if nothing came from it.
Right.
I put
Just
that
keep-
one aside, and I'm working on a whole totally different
Yeah,
project.
yeah.
And I never, ever, 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 ever
Give up. Because that's when you lose, when you give up. You got to keep
Right.
on going, even when you got negatives in your bank account.
Right.
That too. we all
when
gone
it's
there,
like
girl.
physically looking like
Shit.
damn, like
Well,
what for real?
But you're gonna leave that house looking like $1 million,
Right.
and no one is gonna know except you
Right.
Exactly.
and your close friends.
Right.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Honey, please. That's
Honey.
preaching to the choir.
You sure are.
All right. So let's get into the we calling you out.
This is just damn ridiculous.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
So
I know I don't see what I think I see. No, ma'am.
we
She's
got
dead
this
ass.
girl here.
Oh my
she
gosh.
she says she doesn't really know why she did it,
Which is
but she was using Dawn to shampoo her hair.
something inspired her.
Yeah, something inspired her, so she started
Dawn
shampooing
dish.
her
We
hair.
did say Dawn.
Yeah.
Dish
So
detergent.
is she actually trying to say? Is she trying to encourage people to use it?
Yeah, she started.
No way, girl. Stop right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
You better stop it. So she's trying to tell people to use.
Dawn dish
She's
detergent.
started
totally
doing it on-
stripping her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's okay to strip your hair, right?
But
It's
not
okay,
every time.
With a clarifier.
but not with Dawn.
Right, but not with absolutely not with Dawn. They have clarifying shampoo, people.
Look, she knows about clarifying
Yes,
shampoo.
of course.
What I wonder, what was the? So was that the purpose though, or
She
that
said
wanted
she
to
says that she
clarify?
wanted to do like people ate her up like on social media
Oh,
when
they
she
did. maybe
because
she did it for
because of
like,
the Dawn.
yeah, because of the Dawn. Like, what are you doing? She's a curly hair influencer, so I guess she did something totally different and probably, gave her more,
Yeah.
likes or whatever. But yeah, she was. And
For
she
some
said
hair, she did some hair
she
clout.
she said her hair felt soft after that.
Girl, get out of here! You a damn lie.
She probably used something else
Oh,
after
had
she
to.
finished that
She
video.
had to. Like, but what is the shocking? What is that like?
Look, it feels.
That is hilarious. Just watching this is crazy. Watching this,
Girl, it's so much foolishness out here. That's why
Yeah.
we do this segment because it's just ridiculous. Stop doing that
so
shit.
what? I knew you were gonna
okay?
say. I knew you were gonna end it in shit.
Like,
I knew you were gonna end that in
Stop
shit.
it. We
Yeah,
calling
we
you out.
out,
Stop
yeah.
using Dawn dish detergent on your hair. It's just ridiculous.
I am not
I mean,
doing
we-
that shit.
look, I understand. Like, if you're going through a crisis and you need to shampoo your hair, and that's all you got, then that's all you got. But there's so much other shit out there that you,
Right.
like why you are doing this. Like, she has so many followers on social media.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Does she have like a large number of
Yeah,
followers?
she
Yeah.
does. She has like 200 and something K.
Oh, come on, honey.
And she's, you know, she's like, oh, and people under her comments like writing like, oh, you know, they're gonna kill you, and like, you know,
What?
Wow.
yes, because of, you know, like, this is some dumb shit that you're doing. So
yeah, don't use Dawn dish
her name
detergent
is
or any-
Hazel Goddess or something
Yeah,
like
come
that.
on, Hazel.
Girl,
you
how
should know
awful.
better. I mean, you know, you got nice, you know,
Hair.
Now check
and
this out.
beautiful curls.
For someone like myself who would keep their weaves in for 3 months,
You still don't use no damn.
still don't use. Okay, let me get my bag and just leave right now because I'm all the way wrong.
I'm not about to play with
I'm
you.
all the way wrong. Keep me together, soy.
You are not.
Listen.
No, never, ever, 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 ever use
No.
Dawn dish detergent. I don't care if you had
Listen,
your
I don't
braids
even
in for.
honestly, I don't even use Dawn.
I
use-
don't. I'm bougie. I use like, you know, I don't want to say it, but you know, the natural stuff.
Yeah,
you know, all
like,
the little.
you know, all my dishes, because, you know, like,
yeah,
it has,
goes in your
It
skin.
cuts through the grease. That's what she's trying to do.
like, I wouldn't be surprised if she used some Palmolive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Palmolive. How do you say it in English?
Palmolive.
Palmolive.
Oh my gosh, the green dish detergent.
Yeah.
That green dish detergent that you pour on that doggone sponge and it don't you get like a 2 seconds worth of lather.
Yeah.
Child, please.
You said 2 seconds.
2 seconds worth of
Yeah,
lather.
so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the next video.
Right.
Coming up.
That girl, I will have to come back if
Right.
that, honey. What?
Yeah.
Please.
But yeah, so now we, you want to give your.
Yeah, my closing quote, hair quote is know, learn, and love your hair. That's where it starts.
Okay,
No.
so.
Learn and no meaning no, say no to certain things.
So that too. Look
Yeah.
at you.
Oh, okay.
But no.
I was saying no,
You're saying
like
no,
no,
K-N-O-W.
like exactly.
Oh, I thought you were saying no.
But double entendre.
Word.
But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Learn
Right.
and love.
Right, but know
I
your
love
hair.
that.
No, you have to know your hair, because what works for me may not work for her. So
Exactly.
you gotta know your hair and
You're
learn
right.
it.
And
You're
learn it.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yep. And it starts there.
Okay, guys.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, thank you for
love
having one.
Yep.
All right, so
Where can you find us, Dyra?
you can find us on Hair and Whatever podcast on IG, YouTube, and Facebook. And we got Facebook now.
Yeah. We slow mo with it, but you know.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you can hear us on iTunes podcast and SoundCloud.
Yep.
So
So
if y'all
check
don't want to
us.
watch us, but I know y'all want to watch us.
Yeah, but you can listen to.
If y'all in your car and y'all can't watch,
Yeah,
you
just
know.
listen.
yeah.
I love
All
it.
right. We
All
out.
right. Peace, love, and light.
Peace.
And no hair grease.